mandate of the office of the institute, and that's largely to ensure that the service loss is minimized, to manage the service losses in crops too. And that simply means that the farmer or the processor who wants to store their grains, bring them in. Here we also work together to ensure that we look at the state in which the produce comes in. And during story, what is happening? Are we still safe? Is the product still safe? Because we don't want a situation after we are told the processor or the farmer that your crop is in good state. Then along the line, we now say, the produce has spoiled, so we are sorry. So all through storage, then just before we release the produce, we also check in what state we are releasing it back to the owner, so that there are no contaminations in the produce. So, because most of what we store here is in dry form, the microorganism that is a culprit to this spoilage are the mold, the fungi. Those are the ones we check. There are other products we also do their microbial loads too, because there's an acceptable limit of microorganisms that even according to the EU that is accepted in your produces, and there are limits that these microorganisms must reach. And there are instances where there are some that must not exist in your food, especially the enterics. The likes of Salmonella, E. coli, they are, we call them indicator organisms. You don't want to see them in your food at all because of their defense. Some of them have produced bacteriosis, they produce poisons that act immediately. They begin to have terrible, because Salmonella should not even multiply inside you. You end up with very terrible state. But there are some that even if they exist, even at export level, they still permit them. They can fly at that number. And should be less than 30 per 5 CFU per mil or per gram, depending on what your product looks like. So we do microbial counts, microbial check the microbial load in all these produces. So once we find out that okay, we don't have indicator organisms, we certify that product has been okay. And if there are other bacteria that don't fall into the enterics especially, and the count is within the acceptable level, we allow it to pass, we give the farmer our reports on what the food looks like. And once we found fungi, we don't just stop at it being like, okay, this is this fungi, this is this mold load and all that. We want to know this fungi is, which type of fungi is it? We go as far as getting to identify fungi. We go through all our aseptic techniques in isolating all these microorganisms. We have the 4-plate method, we have the spread, we have direct plating that we do. Follow all the microorganism steps in isolating all these organisms from your produce. So if we find fungi there, we want to know it's not the type that produces what we call mycotoxins. We are familiar with mycotoxins, right? Those are the examples. Aflatoxin is a major so all those mycotoxins, we find, depends on which one we now find. Once we find especially aflatoxin, we have it in granite, we have it in maize. They are terrible, in fact, they are still converting with it in Nigeria. So once we get that, we want to know, okay, which mycotoxin is that? What quantity is it? All those things we check them using. We have the ELISA method that we follow using our chromogen. So there are so many methods of identifying or quantifying the mycotoxins you have. But we use the ELISA method to toxins, when you say toxins, poisons. They are teratogenic, they are carcinogenic. So there are things that can cause even fetal abortions, can delete any cell inside a human being and tamper with organs and all that. So we don't want all such products. So we tell you what the state of your produce and your products. In case you see the product already, you want to know, okay, is it fit for sales or not?